Hello, friends. My name is Maximus, and I will be your dungeon master for the evening. I'd like to welcome you all to the 31st episode of Caches and Cantrips, where some of your favorite streamers play Dungeons and Dragons live on Friday nights. I'm joined by our amazing cast of Bunny Dreadful, Mac and Cheese Please, Virtual Spectre, and Moobs like Jagger from the GGN crew. I'm so excited to roll dice with you all tonight, and I'm excited to see how well you all play Matchmaker.
This is gonna go great.
Not well.
My persuasion is very high, so
There you go.
We'll see.
There you go. Quick reminder that next week, the 29th, is the Halloween cosplay episode extravaganza. So put it on your calendar. Be sure to be here next week. It's going to be a good time, and we're going to do something fun. We talked about this, I think, last time before stream, that the idea is that we're not going to know what each other's costumes are. Well, except me and Bun, because we live together. But we're going to keep our cameras off during the pre-show part where we you know, connect and warm up and all that, and then we're going to see what everyone looks like at the same time you all do. So it will be a very fun time. So you definitely don't want to miss it. But anyway, for those of you that are listening at the podcast, I thank you. Or watching the VODs on YouTube, you can catch those one on Sunday if you are a patron, or on Tuesdays at noon when they come out. So if you want to get early access to those podcasts and VODs, make sure to look at our Patreon. Links are going to be in the chat, or they will be in the description of your whatever platform you're listening on. I don't know. I had a word there, but I forgot it. It's there. It's wherever you think it might be. There you go. But anyway, I'm ready. Oof, ready to DM.
Is it time?
I think it's about time. I don't think I have
ready.
anything else to say, unless anybody else does.
Do it.
What do I have to say?
That sandwich is gonna be Mimi.
Damage will be Mimi.
There you
Oh my
go.
god. I will see what I can do. No promises. She already has a Halloween costume, so we may just slap a bow on that and call it a day.
Boom.
All right, let's go ahead and get settled in and prepare for tonight's episode of Casters and Cantrips. Our story last left off with Sweet Justice arriving at the Order of Iberus after escaping the Tustin Keep. The Order's leader, Taryn Van, had waited for them through the evening, and the party informed him that Lord Cook was a traitor to the kingdom and was taken into custody. After assuring Taryn that it wasn't their fault and it was meant to be a trap for the whole group, they learned that, well, it wasn't the worst news. Taryn told them that the Order is allowed to operate by the grace of the Lord of Tustin. So, assuming a new Lord would be taking place in leadership over the town, he hoped that they would still be allowed to operate in Tustin. Before leaving, they handed over the deed to Tustin Castle with Voss Creel's name on it over to Taryn for safekeeping. The next morning, they decided that they would head to Isgarth, and once they arrived, they decided to do a bit of shopping. They left some of their treasures with a local antiquity shop with the intent of selling these items, although the owner said that they would need verification to prove that they belonged to this baron in order to fetch a higher price. And they also purchased some fancy clothing to blend in better among high society there in Isgarth. And after this first shopping trip, they went to go see Risa at the Great Library, where she took them to Scribe of the First Order, Dalcan Greybeard, to ask some questions about Valken's sword. After poring through many tomes and researching the blade for several hours, he learned that the blade actually predated the Empire, and it was passed down from sensei to student over many years. And it belonged to a particular order that were made up of skilled assassins. The last known entry in the tome showed that someone named Gin was the last person that was the owner of the sword. After finding the origins of the sword, Risa let them know that she needed a favor from them. She asked the group to help her gain the attention of Yorlis. They both will be attending a ball at the Duchess's manor, and the party agreed to help Risa and to accompany her to this ball. After another brief shopping trip, they ordered some appropriate clothing for a ball. Later on, they sought the services of the Arcanist assemblage to have some items identified. The Arcanist Milben was able to tell them some information about Valken's cursed sword, as well as the strange ring that they had in their possession. After that, they sought out Yorlis, and after receiving some impromptu dancing lessons from him, they learned that there would be several movers and shakers at the ball trying to win the backing of the Duchess in hope of gaining the lordship over Tustin. Yorlis also agreed to escort the group that next morning to see Alistair Layton and inquire about the previous magic items they bought in their origins. And that is where we'll start our story this evening. So, if I remember correctly, you had just spoken with Yorlis, made your way. There's still some time in the day to do with what you wish.
We should see if we can find out about this Duchess Laurel Shalad. See if we can figure out what sort of things she's into, so that if we have to talk to her, we can make how they say the small talk.
Bribery?
No, no. I just meant like maybe if she's really into books, then we know that I should talk to her about the books. Or if she's really into like cool tattoos, we could be like, hey, check out Valken's tattoo. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I heard things that she's into, and I immediately thought, okay, bribery.
Well, I said no, but let's not rule out.
Okay.
Ron thinks we should just nod and smile, and then we move forward.
I like that one.
Okay.
Y'all are no
Just
fun.
saying, she's trying to get rid of our new house. Sorry, Valken's new house.
Yeah.
Ron
Maybe if she likes us,
stops
she'll
someone.
put us in charge.
Pardon, Ron. Do you know what the Duchess likes?
Oh, well, I have no idea. I'm sorry. I've never met her, actually.
Oh.
Maybe nice food? I don't know. Everyone likes food.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
Everyone
good
does
point.
like food.
Yeah. Food is
Ooh,
wonderful.
do you think the Duchess ever eats at that stupid restaurant that had really good food?
You saw the
Ron?
Duchess at that
Definitely.
restaurant with really nice
Wait,
food.
we did? Wait, we did? Wait.
There was
Yeah,
an
yeah,
extra
we did.
moment.
We totally did.
None of us remembered that?
That is where you overheard her talking about how much a pain in the ass it was for the festival and how they had to kiss up to all the peasants.
Okay, so she does not like peasants. I think we are probably screwed.
Well, we will be dressed fitly, so she will not remember. Maybe remember Ron, because Ron is so large, but...
Maybe we could eat dinner there tonight and see if she's there and we could, like, listen in, you know what I mean?
Are
You
you
want to
sure
go
that's a
back?
good idea, or do you think that she will, maybe we'll mess this up and...
Well,
You
okay,
banned
let
or
me level with
something.
you. I really just want excuse to eat some more of this food.
Oh, but we
I'm
are
honest.
we are dressed properly
We
now,
could test
so
out new
we will get
outfits.
what do you say, respect. Yes.
Do they have
Yay.
food at balls or what?
Ron's never been to a ball.
So I think they have like
I'd
little
imagine.
little foods that you can like a waiter walks by and you like.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Get
I
your
do not know the name. Little bites.
get a drink, you get your little foods.
Yeah. They probably drink that. What's it called?
Oh.
Champagne.
You think
Ron's-
they'll have ice sculptures?
Oh, they might have ice sculptures.
But that's like a rich people thing, right?
Yes, definitely rich people thing or poor people
Ooh.
thing if you go up far north.
So when I get the house, I'll have to have ice sculptures in the house.
Yes.
Only with
Uh-huh.
fancy party.
Only for party.
Only for
Yeah, fancy
Otherwise,
party.
it just melts for no reason.
yeah, fair.
Okay, I'm glad we settled that. Let's go. Well, wait, we can't pick up our clothes until later today. It's like the morning or something.
It is the late afternoon. And it is
Oh.
the 26th of September on Thorn's Day. You know that on Fire's Day is the day before of the ball. So that's when your ball clothing or apparel would be ready.
Wait, we did not take baths yet. We should probably take bath.
Oh, we go to bathhouse.
Yes.
Okay, and then we get then we get fancy clothes. No, then we get fancy dinner. No, what was the plan?
We can get fancy dinner.
If I remember correctly, you were gonna do the spa and things tomorrow, the day before, so you're fresh.
Oh,
Oh,
That's up to you all though. So you don't want to leave Risa out.
We should definitely do it the day before when we believe, like just before, you know what I mean? Where there's gonna be no
Ron
fighting.
doesn't get
'Cause we
covered
don't want to be
in
stinky.
mud or anything right before. Okay.
No mud. Yeah, like if we could do it even morning of or the night before and then go immediately home and don't stop and talk to anyone because we can't afford to get into a fight. That would be ideal.
Okay, let's go do like fancy dinner tonight and test out these new clothes.
oh yeah, okay.
We're gonna
That's
go to
fine
the
with
fancy
me.
restaurant and test out our new clothes to see if they're nicer to us,
Okay.
and see if we can learn anything about the Duchess.
All right, so you are making your way back over to the artist and the bard, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah.
So you make your way over through the high cliff over to the artist and the bard, which you had been to previously, and you make your way in. There's quite a bit of a line since it's a pretty popular restaurant, but you able to find a seat there and make your way inside. A different.
Make sure
Go ahead.
make sure that you all act like you're rich too. It's not just clothes. Make sure you act real like everyone else is beneath you.
Most people are beneath Ron.
No, this is yep.
Ron
just
always
act
has
like
to
that.
look down.
Yep, just act like that. Look down at everyone, no matter how tall
Look
they are.
down. I thought rich
No.
people look
Not
up in.
literally.
You look at them as
figuratively.
if
Like-
you looking down at them. So you see me, I'm looking at you, but you're up here. But I'm gonna look at you like I'm looking down at you. Are you ready for this?
Wait, do you want Ron to squat?
No, this is just
Oh.
be silent type.
So you, based on Bryn's facial expression, you always look like one smells of shit because it smells so bad.
Yes.
Okay,
Very good.
so pretend everyone. It's not smell shit, but Ron will try. Okay.
Another thing I noticed that rich people do: nod like you're pleased with yourself whenever you're passing by someone. Like, do this. See
Like,
that?
wait, like this? I
Okay,
don't understand.
pretend
Whenever
you
you're
smell
passing
shit.
by another rich person, that's how you acknowledge them. You don't talk.
You
Just
don't
use-
talk. You just nod.
Okay,
Yes.
And
Ron
then
will
don't
try.
forget to curtsy.
No, I don't think we curtsy. Wait, do we curtsy?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
I curtsy.
curtsying.
so Ron will smell air and then nod. Okay.
Sounds right.
Also, Vin, do not set anything on fire. Rich people don't do that. They pay people to set things on fire for them.
So you're saying I can get someone to pay me to set things on fire in there?
Prob-
I hear a gig if I've ever heard one.
Shit. Okay, I think we're
Okay.
Way to
ready.
get money.
We
from
are
that
ready.
too.
Yep, you make your way in. There's some nice music from some local musicians playing there, and people kind of talking and just eating. You're immediately met by an elven man who's wearing very fine clothing, and comes up to you and says, "Yes, how may I serve you?"
Was it the same guy as before? Okay. Yes. We are looking to enjoy your fine meals.
Yes, do you have a reservation?
No, you see, we are very busy running our businesses, so we did not have time to make reservation.
Interesting. Well, I do believe, and he kind of looks at some parchment, it will be approximately 2 hours before you find a table here.
How about less than that? And I'm just gonna put a gold or 5 silver on like the little thing.
Yeah, so he looks down and goes,
I put 5 more silver on the thing. I look over to
Falcon.
Vin.
I dig in my bosoms and then put a business card down on the thing.
Every
just waits
time
and
Bryn,
stares.
every time Bryn lays out more money, Valken's just next to her going,
Ron's just like, he's just like obviously sniffing.
Okay, I pull out a gold and put it on top of the 10 silver and shed a small tear inside of my soul.
And he quickly kind of pulls one palm out and takes the other and just rakes it all into his hand and puts it into his waistcoat. Ah, yes, I believe that there is an opening currently, if you'll follow me.
Yes, thank you, kind sir.
He kind of weaves around through the restaurant where you can see people that are dressed pretty similarly to you all in some ways. Some you're about middle of the road as far as of the fancy scale of the people
Perfect.
in there. And he kind of weaves in through the restaurant and basically seats you at the table that is directly by the door of the kitchen.
Oh, I think that's where we
Oh.
sat before.
This
I'm
is
going
the
to
best
pull
table.
Ron's chair out for him like a gentle lady would do.
Thank you, Lady
And then-
Bryn.
Oh, thank you, lady. I mean, Ron.
Before he walks away, I like lean over to him and I'm like, if you know anyone that needs things set on fire, let him know. And then I like tap him on the shoulder like he did good. And then I sit down.
Oh.
Yes, I will be with you momentarily. He just kind of bows and just kind of
This
steps
guy
away.
is having so many regrets right now.
Yeah, so you take in the scene, and you just see various couples, groups of people laughing, just being boisterous, lots of drinks, lots of food, very highfalutin type atmosphere in this place.
I feel like he sent us too far away from any important people.
Definitely.
How are
this
we going
is-
to overhear anything?
This is best table because it's close to kitchen, so you
No,
get food
that's-
faster.
I don't know.
I assume
That's
there's-
actually a very good point.
venues, right?
Was there last time? I thought it was just like a tasting menu. They just come out and tell you what you're getting, right? Okay.
It was last time.
Yeah.
Ron's gonna do a scan of the room to see if the Duchess is here or not. Maybe your lass or someone fancy we know.
Yeah, let's see who is here. So you kind of scan around the room for people that you may or may not know. From people that you recognize, you do see Ozora in the restaurant with a few other
Zora.
people. Ozora.
Wait, who's Zora?
And you also see Atarium, who was someone that you had met at the assemblage the first time you went there to get some items identified. And you also see Leela Pilwick. And if you'll remember, she was the person that was in charge of the merchants guild there.
Oh,
The big trading
green
area.
eyes.
hmm And the server comes back and says, yes, are there any particular spirits or wines you'll be having this evening?
No, we are abstaining from drinks. In preparation okay, sorry. I spoke too soon.
I will have a red wine.
Very well. Anyone else?
Ron will also have red wine.
Yes.
I will have a slightly red wine.
Very well.
Do you make apple cider?
No.
Okay, I am good. I'll drink the red wine.
Very well.
Red or slightly red, Bryn?
Oh, slightly red?
Two reds, two slightly reds. Very well. And he, someone comes around and drops kind of a plate in front of you all, like a sharing plate that's just full of dates.
Oh, I go to town on the dates.
I
No,
shall
Bryn,
delicious.
you have to eat slow.
Why?
Other people
Oh,
are eating slow.
What are these things?
these are dates. They're like a southern
It is
fruit
sweet.
thing.
It's sweet fruit, yeah.
Yes, sweet. Very good.
Sweet.
Helps digestion.
Falcon cautiously tries one.
They're very deliciously sweet.
They're delicious. That's a
Not
fact.
bad. It's not any sweetbread, but it's not bad.
You know, it'd be better if they wrapped these in bacon. You know what I mean?
No.
Most things are better if you wrap it in bacon, to be fair.
Oh. Ron does not believe Ron has ever had bacon wrapped anything.
You've had bacon though.
Yes, yo, bacon delicious.
So imagine that wrapped around something else that's also tasty.
Ron closes his eyes, try to imagine it.
Have you ever had a sausage?
Yes.
You could wrap a sausage in bacon.
So you put pork meat in pork sausage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep,
Poor
so
Mac is like,
a short time later, the server comes back and says, oh yes, your two red wines and your two slightly red wines. I shall return once your food is being prepared and deliver it to the table. Anything else that I can do for you this evening?
Yes.
Oh,
We are wondering,
Yes.
do your restaurant establishment do cooking for any of the houses, the important houses in the area? Or is it usually, they have their own chefs?
Well, of course, most affluent houses have their own staff, but on occasion, some of those will, of course,
Let me
dine here.
explain. We are going to the Duchess's ball,
Indeed.
and well, my friend here has some dietary restrictions. So we were trying to figure out if we could find out who their caterer is before we go. And I thought, this establishment is very, very good. You might know.
Well, you would have to speak with the head chef of the Duchess's Manor. Of course, she has her own staff there. You mentioned that you have some dietary restrictions.
Oh yes, my
Might
friend
I-
Velcan here cannot eat
goat's milk.
Yep.
I'm also vegetarian.
Very well. I shall keep this in mind.
Oh, most obliged, sir. Ma'am, sir.
And he leaves.
Goat's milk.
Bryn did not say anything, so Ron panicked.
I didn't know what you could be allergic to. I was going to say sugar. That is obviously a lie. And then I was going to say nuts, but I felt like maybe that was too obvious. You know what I mean?
Nuts is a very common allergy.
That's why I thought it was too obvious. Oh, so you're saying it would have been good. Oh,
It would have been normal, I think.
well, shit.
I mean, to be fair, I don't remember last time I had goat anything, so.
Oh, what if you are allergic to goat's milk? Maybe Ron
Whoa.
just saved life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just lived your life.
Oh.
You owe us.
Oh, okay. I'll
You don't
remember
re-
that when I own the house.
Oh, you know what else would be good with these dates if you wrap them in bacon and then you put some goat's milk cheese in them. Eh?
But then I'd die.
Yeah, but then you would die, so we probably should not do that.
Wait, Valka not really allergic to goat's milk, is he?
I think he is.
I don't know.
He just said he'd never had it.
Well, just because you never have does not mean you have allergy.
Maybe this is why he never had it. They never give you to as a child because they say it will kill.
Yes.
Seems reasonable to me.
I don't know. Do you have any real allergies, anyone? This is probably sort of thing we should ask when we form up a group that travels together, sort of like a forum, like what are your allergies? Who is the first person we should contact in case of death? This sort of thing.
Bryn.
Oh, you want to? What if I'm dead? Because I was going to say you, and this puts us in a little bit of pickle.
Wait. Wait, Bryn, since you do not believe in gods, what do you think happens to your soul when you die?
Oh, you don't need gods for that. When your soul is so, it is sort of is easy. Everything has soul, right? So when you die, your soul goes back into universe and it becomes part of the universe, like the rocks and the trees. Like every rock, every tree, you know, has spirit, has a name. It's real simple. No, you don't agree.
Oh,
agree.
maybe.
Vin agrees, I think.
I
Yeah, what
very
do you
much
think, Vin?
agree. Yes. I think you burn up. And
Oh,
then your
well,
embers
preferably
just
not.
kind of like push in the wind.
Oh,
And,
well, they only
um,
burn because you burned them, Vin.
Ron. And I like give him a glaring look like
Don't burn Ron.
say that.
Okay, wait. If you die, does that mean you want us to burn your body?
No, I will just burn. That's just what happens.
No, you're just
Burn.
going to burn.
You
when
just
die.
burn.
What?
You just burn. Don't ask questions.
Okay.
The
sorry.
server returns and brings for you all a seared rack of lamb with some mixed greens for Vin. Returns a lentil soup, also mixed greens and some fresh melons, and also some soft cheeses just at the table.
Oh.
Through like a mouthful of lamb, which I am eating with my hands, by the way. I know I'm not supposed to, but Bryn is. I look over at Joe. Also does that. I look over at Ron. Well, what do you think happens when you die? Your God is just like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah, so when you die, your soul or spirit, as some would say, goes into the what do you say, the other realms. Not this realm, but there's other realms.
Well, there's
Like,
other realms. What do you mean?
Yes, like remember we go with the pixies and we got into fog and forest in the Feywild. So
Feywild, okay.
Ron's soul will transcend into Feywild, where Ron will continue to serve Oakfather. And then yeah, so you just have a
When
good time.
you die, you think you're going to the Feywild to hang out there for
Yes.
eternity.
Yes, to
So you're going to go and hang out with the pixie friends for all of eternity.
oh. Ron did not think about that.
What's wrong with being Fae?
No, not that. Just Ron does not want to die anymore, ever.
Okay, well, we will see what we can do about this. What do you think, Valkan? You think you believe in these gods? I know you don't because they're stupid, but
I don't have any idea. Nowhere. Somewhere. I think if I had the choice, somewhere where the weather's nice and not too hot, not too cold, and I can sleep and then wake up and have delicious food and then go back to sleep.
Oh, Feywild, perfect. The weather always fantastic.
You can sleep a lot.
Yeah.
So it's been about half an hour or so since you've been at the restaurant. After you'd finished your main course, the service comes back and says, "Any more wine for any of you?"
No, I'm good. I think we're just waiting, savoring.
I look up at the waiter and I'm just like, what do you think happens when you die?
I don't concern myself with such trivialities.
Not.
Ronald has also a question. If one was to give a gift to the Duchess, what would one get?
That's a very interesting
Poor
question. I
waiter.
have no idea.
It's like,
Do you know what the Duchess likes in particular?
Power, money.
well,
Sorry.
yeah, but she eats here. What does she
If you'll-
usually
if
order?
you'll, excuse me, if anyone's not going to have any more wine, I shall.
wait,
yes.
we will have more wine.
More wine for everyone,
have-
yes.
But you have to stand here for a minute and tell us what you're about to say.
Oh, no, of course not. I couldn't.
I'm just gonna put a gold on the table and slide it slowly forward. I just saw her.
I'm sorry, no. And he leaves.
I tried. Maybe Vin, you should be the one to bribe people. I'm not very good at it.
That's
Someone
my specialty.
comes by with another platter of sweetbreads at the table.
Oh,
But not just the bread, they're embedded fruits with a kind of a frosting over the top of it. And then the server comes back with your wine and just bows and just walks away. Doesn't even stop.
wow. Ron never seen frosting on sweetbread. Look, it has fruit inside.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
Why is
And
this?
why?
Well, why would you put fruit in sweetbread?
Fruit is naturally sweet.
I like
You're already
fruit-
taking
fruits
something
with
that's
honey.
perfect and making it weird.
Oh, you should try first. Okay, then you can judge.
Falcon's like picking around the fruit and like just taking the. I've done that before with things.
Yep. So you have, and this, everything you've had definitely does not disappoint. And it is absolutely delicious, the meal. And you spend some time. If you'd like to try and talk to anyone, you certainly can. If not, then the waiter's going to come by after some amount of time and ask for the bill. Oh, yes. Well, I hope that you enjoyed your respective meals and drinks, of course. The total will be 15 gold for each.
Didn't get any good information out of this place.
We will, can you come back? Maybe we're not done yet.
Would you like to order something
like-
else?
You have special dessert menu.
Yes.
Our friend here is not impressed with the fruits in the bread.
I assure you there's no goat milk in the
It
sweetbread.
is not what I said. What do you have other desserts?
Like ice cream or chocolate or cupcakes or cookies.
Cookies.
We do have quite the
cake.
assortment of cakes as well as tarts. Are there any flavor
some-
profiles that you are interested in?
Chocolate.
Extremely sweet.
Chocolates. Sounds great.
Very well. I shall return.
Thank you.
Is the Duchess here tonight? No.
Are you asking?
Yes.
He's walked away.
Do we see the Duchess?
Nope.
We did see that person from the exchange to talk to.
Well, cause y'all, I have an invisibility spell that we can maybe wander around listening to conversations.
You should do it.
But who would we
Let's
target?
go to the restroom.
would we target? Or would
Wait,
we
to be
just
invisible?
Be listening?
You be invisible and just walk around.
Well, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like,
Oh.
like whose table would we be interested in listening?
Well, we know that
merchant lady, possibly.
Leela at the Merchants Guild is sitting at one of the tables.
Mhm.
Green eyes, sandy blonde hair. That would be a good one.
Okay. Would anyone else like to come with me? I can target another.
You think Ron should go?
Yes.
Ron, you're very large.
coming.
It's going to be a really hard. Okay.
I mean, we could. He's invisible. It won't matter.
But if someone bumps into him, they'll know something is up.
Well, I look at Ron. I'm like, don't get bumped into, unless you don't want to go.
I'm going
How?
to stay here. I am not graceful enough for this mission.
Yeah, well, maybe one person job.
Okay. Falcon.
Also, if
you
you're
wanna
both invisible, you could
come, or-
bump into each other on accident.
Juan, you want me to be invisible?
Well, do you want to come with me to be invisible, or I could just go?
That's a high perception.
The server comes back and drops off some, looks like some large kind of slices of a chocolate cake with chocolate
Oh.
frosting and chocolate between each layer.
This is what I'm talking about, and I like.
Okay, but we
swing
need to
in.
eat it really slow so that you have time to like.
Thank you, good sir.
This is impressive. Yep.
Do you have
I-
any dessert wines?
Of course we do.
I'll take a dessert wine. Actually, what do people normally do? Coffee. I'll take a coffee. That's the
Very
thing.
well.
Tea for me, please.
Anything else?
Nope.
Nope.
Whichever tea takes the longest to brew. That is
Actually-
one I would like.
Where is your ladies' room?
Well, of course, the facilities are this way. And he points to the about midway down to the left.
Okay. I say thank you, and I nod and like get up and go to the bathroom and use
Am I-
greater invisibility on myself.
Okay.
Think you can if you want. I think she was trying to offer, and we just. I
Yeah,
just don't wanna-
no
I
one
don't
wanted
wanna
to
do
go,
it.
so I gave up.
Ron can do it. Ron can do it. I was just saying it's gonna be funnier.
If you want, I can go.
Do it.
I will
You have to sneak
Go
into
to
the
the
ladies'
men's
restroom.
facility
her.
then.
Okay. So up to y'all. Who's going? Vin.
I think I'm going to.
And
Valken.
and Valken and Bryn and Ron are gonna sit at the table and drink tea like this, really slowly.
Okay. So greater invisibility.
And I'll use what is it?
Twinned, I'm assuming.
Twin, yeah, twin spell.
Yep. So you all are invisible for the next minute.
I thought it was 10 minutes. Is it 1 minute?
Greater invisibility is 1 minute, and you're invisible till it
Oh.
ends. You could do just invisibility if you want to
I
go back
gave
on
up.
that.
I gave up invisibility.
Oh well,
Oh,
1 minute.
All right,
that's not gonna work out well.
we have 1 minute. So
1 minute.
I just kind of like linger around the table of the merchant and do I hear anything good?
Yeah. So you make your way over to the kind of washroom area, and then you cast greater invisibility on yourself, and kind of hurriedly make your way through the restaurant. It's not like a giant restaurant, but you make your way over there in a few seconds, and you hear just Leela speaking to some other people. Just kind of from what you gather, that there are other merchants that maybe do business with her that are pretty high up in society as far as mercantilism. And you hear one of them kind of say, "Are you really going to try and gain her favor? You think she'll actually make you, well, nobility of this city?" And she says, "Well, of course I'm going to at least try. You have any idea what that would do for me and my business? Limitless possibilities for trade, of course." And you hear them kind of conversing more just over the ball in the next couple days. And then you realize, since it's your spell, that it's getting pretty close, since you only have a minute. So it's up to you if you want to appear behind next to her in the middle of the
No.
restaurant, or
I'll wander back to my seat, and then Falcon, what did you do during this minute? So that way,
Yeah. Since Valken's not used to spells and only knows that you said it was a minute, he kind of just whatever table was closest to the facilities, he just stood there for a minute and then went back to the facility. 'Cause he's like, 1 minute would have.
you heard just, some gossip about what they're going to wear to the ball, who's going to be best dressed, who's going to make a fashion blunder, kind of those things. Who's gonna fail at the entry dance, those sort of things.
Entry dance.
Okay.
All right, you make your way, and you become uninvisible in the washroom and make your way back to the table. And the waiter comes back as about the time you're sitting down and says, you have your tea and your coffee there. Yes, well, that will be 16 gold for you two of the gentlemen and 17 gold for the ladies. Compared to
Okay.
last time, this is exorbitant fees.
Yeah.
Falcon just pays it.
17 gold you said for the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
why
just
is
pay
it
it.
more?
Oh, we do not
this
tip.
time than last time, sir.
I'm sorry.
You heard me. I didn't stutter.
Well then, of course, since you asked for your red and slightly red wine, we've got you the High Elven Vintage for the slightly red, and of course the for the slightly red, also a Gnomish Vintage as well.
Oh,
Question, was the wine good?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
the Gnomish variety, it was, of course, its 100th year, and the High Elven was its 250th year.
Oh, shit.
cool. Okay, side question. How do you keep it from going moldy? I like blink at him.
I'm sorry.
Well, if it's so old, how is it not mold on top? When I leave a cup outside for like a day, it gets moldy.
He just kind of just grits his teeth. There are special processes that we use to, of course, make sure that the wine doesn't get moldy, as you say.
Okay. I like dig in my bosoms and I hand him his gold.
Doesn't even flinch. Very well. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye. And walks away.
Ron thinks fancy clothes is not working.
I think we're doing all right.
Well, I'll
You
let
learn
y'all
anything?
know that Leela is trying to gain the favor of the nobility to make her nobility of the city, because it would help her business, trade, stuff.
Did she
So-
say how she would gain her Duchess's favor?
No, I couldn't ask. I mean, we could, as we're walking out, bump into them and be like, oh, fancy seeing you here. And pry if they're going to the ball tomorrow.
Oh, this is a good idea.
That's the only thing I have if we wanted to pry. But no, I didn't hear how they would try to gain favor. Just
Well.
that they were interested in gaining favor.
I tell you what, I got some pretty important information.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I heard that Lady Annalise is gonna have the worst dress at the ball.
Wow.
And
What
also
is-
that Sir Roderick is probably gonna collapse on the dance floor from being too drunk.
How does this help us?
I don't know.
Okay, Ron, we'll keep a mental note.
But
Okay. So as you make your way back, you could purposefully bump into let's see. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Over to Lily if you'd like to.
Sure. Yeah, Ron's gonna stumble, I guess, as he tries to squeeze by her chair.
So you kind of make your way, and where she's seated is kind of the opposite side of kind of where the door is. So you kind of
Oh.
meander that way, since it was the other side of where the washroom is. But you make your way and kind of just, well, you get to her table. What do you do?
Does it seem like there's enough space for Ron to squeeze by, or is
Yeah,
it like
you
kind
can-
of tight?
No, you can kind of walk by there if you'd like.
Oh, okay.
And awkwardly stand there.
Leela, it is very good to see you again.
She kind of turns. I'm sorry. Do I know you?
We are friends of a certain captain, and Ron winks, and then looks at
Oh.
Ben.
Oh, yes. You made sure to pay a portion of the debt that he owes me.
Yes, it is so strange to meet you here together in the same place.
Well,
What are
this-
odds?
This is the best place in town for food. You actually, surprised to say, clean up quite nicely.
Oh, thank you. You look very kind as well.
I know.
Do you perchance going to the Duchess's ball?
Well, of course I am. Anyone who's
Oh.
anyone will be there.
Excellent. Then we shall see each other there.
She kind of looks puzzled. And you're going to the Duchess's ball?
Oh, yes, of course. As you say, everyone is going to be there.
Surprising. How did you get invited to this ball? Do you know the Duchess?
We have crossed paths once. In fact, in this very restaurant, yes.
Interesting. Well, I suppose I will see you there.
Very good. Do you plan on bringing a gift for the Duchess?
I mean, of course.
What would one give for the Duchess?
I typically bring, well, some rare imports or various foods or fabrics. Things that are very hard to get.
Oh. Okay. Very, very nice. I'm sure she will love the gifts you bring her.
I'm sure she will.
Then perhaps we can dance together when if we choose to do so.
She kind of like looks you like up and down. Maybe we will.
There, you have a pleasant evening.
And you as well.
And Ron walks outside and then starts gasping for air, like, oh, that was a lot of anxiety. I don't know why Ron said that he would dance with her. Ron does not want to dance with her.
you said you were gonna dance.
Ron panicked. It just came out.
Well, did you find out anything important?
Oh, yes. She said rare imports, whatever that is, like food and fabrics. Maybe wine. Ron doesn't know. So expensive stuff. Things are difficult to get.
Do we have to? This?
If we want to get favor, I don't know why we get favor. Oh, because you want the house. We have the deed. And she's going to give someone the castle, the keep.
So I have to get her a gift?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe I don't want the house. Yeah.
So as you all exit the restaurant back out into the street, it was sort of a couple hour affair at least, having so many different courses. But you are out on the town over in High Cliff. Anything else you would like to do for the evening?
No.
Okay, so if you'd like, you can make it back over to the Grey Jug Inn, where you were currently staying. Unless you wanted to change venues, you could. As you kind of get away from High Cliff and over to more along like the North Ward area, you go from being appropriately dressed to quite overdressed. And you kind of walk in to the Grey Jug, and there's a short lady behind the counter. You've seen her before, named Celia, and she goes, well, where's the party?
Tomorrow.
Fair enough. A little early, aren't you?
Oh, no. We just thought we should dress nice for maybe once in our lifetime.
Fair enough. And she just goes back to serving other people there in the tavern. It's not busy, but you know, there's some regulars and people's there.
Are we getting eyes? So we're too overdressed.
A little, but they kind of looked like, it's like, you know, if you're in a restaurant and you walk in, someone's like wearing a suit and someone's wearing a nice dress, you're like, oh, I wonder what they're doing, and then they just go back to their business. You're not like being eyed or anything.
Okay. I guess
Am
we
I the only one that
shall.
wants to get out of these rags or what?
Yeah, we can go to rooms.
Yeah, so you make your way back up to the rooms, and you can call it an evening. So you can make sure to note that you get a long rest. For those that you spent any resources the previous day. And you wake up the next morning, it is Fire's Day, the 28th of September, one day before the ball at the Duchess's manor. And you know that you are to meet Yorlis over by where you usually find him, to go see Alistair Layton and talk about some magic items.
Oh. Hello, Yorlis.
Hello, my friends. Are you already prepared?
Yes, we are ready.
Gold
Do you
in
like our
hand.
nice outfits that we got?
They are quite nice indeed.
Are you going to be nicer to us now?
I'm always nice to you.
I just kidding.
Of course.
Are you?
I am. And
Okay, we're ready to spend some more money. We just thought maybe we should look like we have money to visit with your
that is
associates.
the best idea I've heard all day.
You're welcome.
Well, shall we?
Oh, yes.
We
Yorlis,
shall.
if one were to give a gift for the Duchess tomorrow, well, what should we bring?
My gift is always music, of course.
You could play her song, Ron.
Do you think she would like that?
She likes my music.
Okay, so either music or fancy silks or something about import.
Don't think I have anything that she will like. Maybe we can buy something today.
I mean, to be honest, if you're looking to get her a gift and make an impression, just spend a whole lot of gold on something that doesn't matter.
Not going to do that, no.
Well, there you
Okay.
go. He starts walking.
Maybe I will not give her the gift.
So you make your way back through Highcliffe, and over to Alistair Layton's estate house there. Very nice. You walk in, someone opens the door, and Yorla says, "Ah, yes, well, Alistair's expecting me and my friends." And the servant kind of goes in, up the stairs. There's kind of like a little entryway with a staircase, and you see the figure that you met once before, Alistair Layton, a noble human man with kind of short black hair, a black goatee, wearing kind of a long cloak, and a kind of tunic with some baggy sleeves, brightly colored. And he comes down. "Oh, yes, what can I do for you all? Looking for some items again?
Oh, yes, always.
Well, right this way. You know the way." He kind of beckons you up the stairs.
We follow.
"Is there anything in particular that you all are looking for?"
Something very interesting or something that might make a good gift?
Well, let's take a look. And you kind of go into this room with just it kind of looks like a museum of sorts. All kinds of nice kind of antiquities, a couple things in some cases, very nice decor with like a parlor setting with several chairs kind of in the center, with a table there in the middle. And he says, "Well, up first we have this." And it looks like he just holds a stack of paper in front of you. A small stack, maybe about, I don't know, a handful of sheets of parchment.
And what does it do?
Always to the important questions, of course. Well, this is a very special type of paper where if you were to write some sort of missive to someone and say the name of who it's intended to, that this paper will magically find its way to whoever that person is.
Ooh.
Is
Okay.
it one-time use?
Yeah. This is a good question.
One time per use per sheet of paper.
But how many papers do you have?
I have 7.
These are really good. How much? How much?
Oh, for 7, 350 gold pieces.
That's per sheet. That would be a lot. Okay.
What else do you have?
Yeah. What else? I'm very interested. But what else do you have?
Well, and he kind of sets that to the side. And he pulls another item that's kind of wrapped in some very nice kind of silk, unwraps it, and it looks like some sort of like a circlet, or not really a crown, more of a circlet. And he goes, "Well, this," and it's kind of gold with some very nice shapes around it, a couple of different jewels and gems inlaid around it. It has one gem that kind of hangs down and kind of dangles as like the centerpiece of it, and some fine kind of gold chain that kind of makes its way across each segment and hangs down a bit. Well, this is a special sort of circlet that rumor has it that if you wear this item, that you become smarter,
Smarter. Oh, we should get it for Ron.
more intelligent.
Ron is smart.
Oh yes, of course.
450 gold for this piece.
Do you have some weapons?
Oh, well, we do actually have one weapon. Let's take a look here. One moment, please. And he kind of goes to a case in the back and pulls out a key and unlocks it and pulls out a large mace
Oh,
with a very nicely crafted handle with sort of a gold like in piece in the cap. You're not sure, but it looks like a nice like type of metal as the handle, and then another handle as a different metal as it goes to the handle, and then each kind of segment of the mace is made of a different type of metal. So several different types of metal kind of making this up. And he says, yes, of course. Well, this is quite a special sort of mace. It is quite adept in combat, of course, will increase your abilities. The rumor, of course, is that if you are, well, fighting some sort of foe that isn't actually, well, more along the lines of not alive, not unalive, something in between there, that these would be especially damaging to those sort of creatures.
You mean undead?
Yeah,
No,
like
no, 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 no.
skeletons?
Not no.
Zombies?
Not undead. No. Not undead. Not alive. The other category, think more along the lines of, well,
Constructs, like big metal
Ghosts?
creatures
Right,
that
yes,
bust
of,
out
like,
of hidden secret
average
passageways and
golem,
try
things-
to punch your face in.
Wait,
that's a very
Oh.
specific example, but sure.
We should
Oh.
probably get that.
That
Wait.
would have been very useful a
Yeah,
couple of weeks ago.
that's true. I don't know if we need it now. We almost already died to that.
2,000 gold.
Oh,
tell me more about items
okay.
that are under 500 gold.
Well, you have seen everything under 500 gold, but I will.
What about under 1,000 gold?
Under 1,000 gold, indeed. Well, I guess you don't want the necklace of. Yes, of
Necklace
course.
Wait. Okay. Well, tell us about the necklace.
Well, it's one of the items that you saw earlier. It is, well, particularly important to those that pray to certain gods.
What gods?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not a religious type of person.
No,
but
me
each
either.
What
kind
does
of
it do?
holds up, and a necklace has a couple of different kind of trinkets on the end of it. The almost little charms. Each one of these is rumored to have different sort of incantation.
Is this is the guy I got my sword from?
It is.
Okay.
You saw this item before, and it was several thousand gold. Also, well, here, this item, and he kind of holds up, holds up a, what looks to be similar to splint mail, but a very nice metal. This is, of course, made of mithril, if you're not familiar with the material. This sort of splintered mail is, of course, extremely light and affords more maneuverability to whoever's wearing it. 850 gold pieces for this. And the last item that I have for sale is this. And it looks like a sort of round, like emblem of some sort, with a symbol on it. Yes, this emblem, of course, well, it can attach to any sort of armor that you're wearing or wielding, and has limited uses, of course, per day, but it is used to ward off the most punishing blows to anyone you see fit, with limited range, of course.
You can't get hit?
No. You can, well, I'm certain that you can, just certain punishing blows that you would deem not, that you didn't want to occur. 600 gold pieces, though, for this item.
Do you also make purchases, as from adventurers such as ourselves? We come across interesting things.
I do from time to time, depending on the item and whether I can verify its use and purpose.
Perhaps rephrase question. We travel a lot. We see lots of things, you know. Is there anything that, say, we were out and about, we could find? And like a specific thing you might be looking for? You know what I mean?
Well, I handle all of my procurements through a broker, of course, a different, well, a guild of sorts that procures items for me. It's sort of an exclusive type of contract.
Oh, I see.
Of course, ad hoc, purchase and trade now and again is permitted, but any sort of lasting deal will, of course, be handled by capital procurement.
Understood. Could we go back and look into this little circlet situation? Would you say that makes you like this much smarter or like this much smarter?
Well, from what I understand, that it is quite an increase to someone's intellect, perhaps.
Yes, but if you were going to say it was an increase of like, I don't know, on a scale of like 1 to 5, would it be like a 1 or like a 2?
Oh, I'm not certain about that. I just know that it is, well, it raises the intelligence to a certain level that, from what I hear, is quite impressive.
Oh.
Are there any drawbacks to any of these items?
Not that I'm aware of.
Like, not to throw around the C word or anything, but...
I punched Ben in the face.
Ow!
I'm sorry, it just slipped. It slipped. I'm really sorry. It happens. I'm sorry. I have an injury long-lasting injury I had. It just pops out sometimes. Yeah, how bad I punched you. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't think it will be too hard to hit her.
I rolled a 7. It's a what's my modifier for that?
A +6, so it's a 13. Let's see. However, Vin is wearing elven chain, so she actually does not hit you.
I hit her. It just doesn't damage her, right? Like I hit her armor.
Yeah, you just go to sock her, and she just kind of hits the.
Oh, sorry,
it's something underneath.
Bro,
underneath
had
her
I
clothing.
not been wearing this new thing,
I'm so sorry.
you would have
I was
gotten
testing
a flame to your face.
Okay, I would like to buy 3 of those papers, please.
They're an entire set.
Oh.
Let's go in on the papers. I feel like this is really.
We'll buy the whole set. We'll go. I will buy it, and then we can figure it out later. How much is that? You said
350 gold.
Okay, 350. Understood.
Also,
DM message me what to write that down as.
I will.
Do you know where you get items from? Like, I just wanted to ask, are the last time we came shopping from you,
Don't make me punch you again.
I'm just trying to get to the bottom. Oh, fine.
Well, what I think. Oh, yes, please. Oh, you is the reasonable one, of course.
Right. You recognize the sword? It's been serving me pretty well.
Of course, happy to see another happy customer.
It's quite powerful.
Is your house with us?
Oh, your last? Yeah, he's just kind of standing there, like sitting with
Is he looking pissed off yet?
He's just like the eyes, like, what are you doing?
Okay.
Gotta say, it has quite a unique power that I was not expecting until after I used it a few times.
Interesting.
It's got me wondering, because I am curious, if there's other items that are as powerful as this. I think it'd be interesting to know where they come from. As a person who's used quite a few different weapons, I have to say the power that comes from one of this kind is rather unique, and I should like to know, if at all possible, perhaps how it came about in your possession.
Yes, you're inquiring
not quite
about
above the table, perhaps, but as I mentioned, it's piqued my interest. I'd like to know more.
Well, as I had mentioned, I have an exclusive contract with Capital Procurement. As far as where the items originate from, I don't typically care. I know currently that they are, well, fishing items from the Cannabis Sea, as Vantis no longer has any sort of navy, and, well, they pay Ramcrown quite the fee to scavenge items. So lately, that's where some of the items have been coming from, since, well, the entire fleet of Vantis sank to the bottom of the ocean, and who knows what was in those, and, well, since they can't go in there, finders keepers.
So most things come by this capital procurement then?
Of course.
Oh, do you sell or buy items?
In the
Rest.
offhand,
Didn't we ask that?
well,
Did we
of
ask
course,
that?
in the offhand that there's something interesting, in the, of
I
course,
have
ad hoc.
something very interesting.
Go on.
That actually came from the bottom of the ocean, if you catch my drift. So I have this ring,
Mm-hmm.
and it has a very unique property to it.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Would you be interested in it?
Please tell me more.
So the ring allows for someone to see what the wearer is doing.
Interesting. And whoever owns this ring is able to see through it?
No. I'd said what I knew. Whoever, how do I say? Someone can see through it.
Whom?
We don't know much about the ring, but maybe you have people who are able to identify such magical properties.
Or even because we might be talking about the same sunken ship. We were in hold on. Let me click to the map. Forgot the water we were in. Oh, it's not labeled.
The Cannabis Sea.
We were in the Cannabis Sea when a body floated to the top that was wearing this ring, and well, we took the ring, left the body.
Ew. If it does have some sort of magical properties, I suppose that I could call in a specialist, of course, to verify the item and its magical abilities, and then we can talk. Of course, you would have to
Yeah.
leave it here with me.
I look to the group for approval, or should we hold on to it?
I'd say go for it.
Yeah. And I grab the ring and I say, keep it covered. And I like slide it over to him.
Very well. And he kind of wraps it in like a kerchief that he pulls out of his coat and sets it down. Anything else that I can do for you all?
I would like a receipt to prove that I had lent you this ring.
And then one of the servants that was standing there in the doorway, remaining silent, kind of pulls out a book, writes it down, and hands it over to you.
I'll say thank you, and I shove it in my bosoms.
I have one more question. I'm
Yes,
quite interested in the circlet.
of
Do you
course.
do any sort of like loaner program situation? Like if I'm not happy within 24 hours, could I bring back?
No.
Would you buy it back for a slightly better deal in your behalf?
No. You are, of course, welcome to bring any specialist that you'd like to verify the item, but there are no returns or buybacks.
How much is it?
Well, this circlet is 450 gold pieces.
How about I give you 400 for it right now?
Make a persuasion check.
Can I help her?
What would you say to help her?
It would be freeing up inventory so that you have more space to bring other good items.
Sure.
Get advantage?
Yeah.
Is that how that works? Okay.
Not the strongest argument, but you're very convincing.
My persuasion's really high, so if I can help in any way.
I don't think we did it. Oh, that's a -1 to persuasion. 10.
I'm sorry. It is 450 gold pieces. My room for inventory is quite fine. I have plenty of space.
I will consider and be back. It is what I think.
Very well. If you'd like to come back, of course, well, let Yorlis know and we can set up another arrangement.
Understood. But I appreciate the sale for the papers. These will be most useful.
Indeed. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Ron is interested in that hammer. Mace.
Yes. Oh, yes, the mace.
Yes.
2,000 gold pieces.
Okay. Done.
All right. Hand it over.
Hands over, let me see, 100. Yeah. I was gonna get, 2,000. Yeah.
2,000 gold pieces. Big spender.
Ron's broke.
Now. All right. So you have this very, very nice mace in your hand, like described before. The end cap is sort of like a gold or like a brass, and the handle looks like a fine, like sort of a copper, kind of goes from brass to copper, and then the hilt point there is sort of a very dark metal for the shaft. The kind of end cap at the top is similar to the brass in the end, and then each of the flanges on this mace are made of just a very interesting, very brightly metallic metal. And if you spend some time with it over the course of the day or get it identified, then you will know more.
Oh,
As we turn to leave, I turn back around. 445. $446.
Bryn.
Okay, just take the money. I give him the 450.
Okay. You get possession of this very nice
I'm
circlet,
so poor now.
and once you spend some time with it, or you have it identified, depending on
I'll just
how much
spend time with
information
it.
you want. Well, like I mentioned, being able to spend time with it, you'll get some information. Identify will basically tell you everything about the item. So,
I just don't want to pay any more money to anybody.
there you are. You have a very nice circlet.
Of
Well, when you spend some time with it, you will know more.
okay.
Ron's gonna do some like practice swings as we walk out. Yes, very nice.
Very well balanced. Perfect. All right. So, you exit Alistair's manor, and your list goes, I am so happy with you all. You made me look very good today in front of Alistair. I hope we can do this again. Like,
Well, depends how good this circlet turns out to be, and I'm kind of like holding it like the way one would hold like a, I don't know, like a pot or a pan, like just like.
sure, it's a very nice circlet.
Yeah, it's okay. It's not
Capital
really my
procurement.
style.
Yes.
Where's that?
Oh, capital procurement isn't a where, it's a who. They are a sort of guild specifically laser focused on procuring hard to find and luxury items. Why do you ask?
Okay. I'm gonna be very blunt with you. Our wealthy friend back there sold me a cursed sword.
Oh, I remember you told me. That's just a shame.
I need to
But-
know where it came from.
I see you'd like. Oh, all right. I'll see what I can do.
Please.
Right. Tomorrow. Tomorrow, I can get you in tomorrow.
Okay, wait, isn't the ball tomorrow?
Well, in the evening, of course.
Okay, but we don't want to be cutting anything close because we have very fancy appointments at the bathhouse, guys. We have to go make appointments at
Meet me first thing in the morning, and then you can go about the rest of your day.
Okay.
Will it take long?
Well, it depends on how long your conversation is with them.
I can go by myself. If that's
Don't forget to bathe, Valken.
It's very important.
It is very
Thank
important.
you.
All right, well, if you don't need me for anything else, I have work to do. I have, of course, rehearsal for tomorrow evening, so I suppose I will see you there. And kind of bows and then goes down the street.
think we're done for the day. We're just gonna in the evening go pick up our clothes,
Gotcha. Yeah.
and we can kind of probably fast
Yeah, so you can go
forward.
Yeah,
a
what we'll
little,
do
I
is
think.
is we can fast forward to tomorrow where you have all the things where Reese is waiting for you, and
I want to hear the description of all the clothes. So if that's today, we have to play through that.
it's tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Oh, we're
tomorrow.
cutting it close. We're going to the bathhouse and picking up our clothes and following up on a cursed sword all right before the ball.
Yep.
Ooh-wee.
Early day.
I was gonna say I could do this on my own, seeing
And
as
if
it's
this is what you wish, but we're not going to make you go on your own. You are a part of the group.
Well, regardless, we can sort that out for tomorrow. So you make it back to the Grey Jug and sleep in for the night, and we'll go to the next morning, and that's where we'll take a break. So make sure to go grab some snacks, stretch your appendages, I don't know, and get some nice something to drink, and we'll come back with some more D&D here in just a bit, so don't go anywhere. And we'll see you soon.
Soon.
Bye.
Bye.